1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. Alright folks, so what you have heard is basically the first 8 bars of Jesu, Joy of Man's Desiring. So you'll find that when I counted in the song, I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? So for the first time, you're kind of hearing very big numbers. That's because this song is written in the time signature of 9/8. Okay, so what does 9/8 means? Any idea? Even if you have an idea, I also cannot hear. Okay, so anyways, do take note that whenever you look at the time signature, you'll find that that's a 9 and that's an 8, right? So the top number always tells you the frequency of the beats. So there's going to be 9 beats of some sort. Okay, so the top number tells you the frequency of the note. All right, whereas the bottom number tells you the type of notes. Okay, so if you are saying 9/8, that means you have a total of 9 quavers. Okay, the bottom number tells you the type of rhythm. So whenever you see an 8, that means it's a quaver. Okay, which is your half beat. Okay, 0.5 counts. Okay, so that's why you hear me counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so even though we have a total of 9 counts, do take note that the notes are divided in threes. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's basically how you're going to count, and for the entire song, they stick to this groove throughout. Okay, so remember, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, Ken? So this piece is in the key of C major based on the charts that you have in front of you. And now, even though the first bar appears to be an anacrusis of sort, it's not. And the tricky part is the entry point starts on 2. Okay, so I'm counting in nines, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The first quaver, it's going to be a rest. So for example, check this out. It's going to be like this: 1, 2, 3. Right? 1 will be just a rest, and then on count number 2, 2. Okay, you have the open string, the open third string. All right, so 1, 2, 3. So again, 1, it's a rest. 2, you play the open string. I'm kind of using Pima, so index finger will be playing the third string. All right, and then the next portion is this: we have a double 0. Okay, double 0. Okay, and then we have the third fret of your second string played with the ring finger, and then you have the index finger playing the first fret of your second string. Okay, so if I were to count out the first 6 quavers, I have this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 1, there is no note, it's just basically a rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so basically the first 5 notes that you are playing, they all kind of belong in the C chord. Okay, so even though it doesn't look like it, but the sound gives you more of a C major chord kind of sound. Okay, so Now, once we get to the last 3 quavers of your first bar, then once you see that 2 and 1, okay, it gives you a clear sign that this is going to be either a D minor or an F chord based on the shape. All right. So, but in this case, it sounds a bit happier, so I assume it to be an F. Okay, and then followed by pinky on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string. All right, so we have this. Again. That's the first bar. Okay, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so just pay attention to those small little details on how I maintain my index finger from the 1, 2, 3, the 6th quaver going to your F chord. All right, bum, 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 and then you see I kind of add in the middle finger right there. Maintain these 2 fingers and add in your pinky. All right, can? Now, so this is going to be for the very first bar, and for the second bar, there is going to be a couple of fingerings that you can use. Okay, now the first one is this. Now, the entire second bar is basically your C chord form. Okay, and because of the way the notes are being placed, you can choose to, okay, the first choice is this, to use your middle finger on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string and play in this manner. Middle, ring, index on 2, ring back on 3, and then middle again, and then let go of your middle finger. Okay, followed by open, middle on 2 again, and then that open string. So the first choice that you have is to take that entire bar and play that with either your middle finger or your ring finger. Okay, that's option 1. So the next option is to use your ring finger and your pinky. All right, so it's going to be in this manner, and then middle finger, then going back to your pinky, let go of your ring finger, and then double 0, same thing. So both works, okay? And last but not least is the collapsing of your ring finger. So I could do this. You see that? So using that same ring finger, you kind of collapse and get both strings down at the same time. So I have this. Then, okay, then let go. Alright, but for me, I kind of find that when you try and get the barring right, it's a bit tougher on the quavers on the 4th, 5th, and the 6th quavers. Alright? Okay? Not as comfortable as this one, in my opinion. Okay? So what happens is, try and see which one suits you. You can either use this or this, okay, or the bar. Both works. No, in fact, all 3 works. Okay, see what is your instinct. So play it slowly and try and see if you're able to get this. Alright, and then try and see if you're able to speed that up a little bit. Seems easy, but it's a bit tricky, okay, because you kind of have to plug different combinations of the strings. Okay, so that's where the Pima really shines, because once you know which string you're going to, the right hand becomes more of an instinct. Okay, so I have this again. Alright, so very slowly you want to see if you're able to link up the first and the second bar together. So remember, it's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. Okay. Once more, keep it slow, keep it steady. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. So basically, that's kind of like the speed that you want to get to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So count. You can count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or you can just sorry, just count it by 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's fine too. All right. So for example, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's fine too. The main thing is you want the division for every single count to be in threes. Okay, good. Now, so try and practice that first line and keep it up to speed. Okay. Now, then the second portion that we have, right? It's basically that 2 and 1. So I tend to see and hear it as a D minor chord. Okay. Okay, so you see that I have a cool little trill here, which I'll share with you all later. So, folks, for bar number 3, what I'm doing is I am using only my middle finger and my index finger as opposed to forming the full D minor chord. Okay, so I have this. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so 2, 1, I'll add in my pinky on the 3rd fret of your 2nd string. Okay, and then same thing, I'm going to 0, 3. So this segment will be your C chord. So D minor, C. Then, now that 4 and 2, right, I tend to hear this as a G chord. Okay, bum, bum, bum. So check this out, very slowly, bar number 3, I have this. Now folks, for the notes on the 4th fret and the 2nd fret, you have the choice to play that with either your ring finger and your index finger, or you are free to use your middle finger and your ring finger. Okay, they have your choice has an effect on the next bar. Okay, so very slowly, bar number 3, I have this. 1, 2, go. Okay, and then the next portion is this. Alright, once more. Bar number 4, check this out. I'll play it slower. Okay, so folks, what I'm doing is this. For bar 4, the first note I'm playing with my ring finger. Okay, so let go. So 4, 0, 2, and then I'm going to low G again. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so now folks, take note that I am using my ring finger and my index finger to play this segment, so I'm unable to hold the note on the 2nd fret. Okay, now if you look at the notes that you have, the 6th quiver and the 7th quiver is tied, right? So, but that's fine. I'm just going to double play the 2 and 1. Okay. So, for those who prefer to use the middle finger and the ring finger, you can play in this manner. Right? So, you have that note here, and then you can just flip over so that your middle finger is still hanging on to the note on the second fret, and then simply add in your index finger. All right, so you can play either in this manner, all right, or this way, which is my preferred way. Okay. All right, so folks, you will find that on the second last quiver of your bar number 4, I am doing a thrill, okay, a trill rather, okay. So now do take note that trills, it's basically a sequence of in fact 3 notes played, okay, from it could be from any note, but it's going to be a semitone or a tone away. Okay, so for example, 1, you can play, that's a trill, this is a trill too. Okay, so take note that a trill can be played with either a hammer on, a pull off, or it could be played with slides as well, right? Okay, but in this case, we're going to try and use our hammer ons and pull off to execute the trill. Okay, so folks, very slowly, okay, on the 7th quiver of your 4th bar, this is what we have. Okay, so I'm just going to plug that 2 and 1, and that kind of sounds like your G7 chord, right? And then I'm just going to plug the second string, let go of your while you let go of your index finger, and check this out, plug, hammer, then pull off. Again, plug open string, hammer, then pull off. Okay, you hear that? All right. So remember, if you can, if you find it difficult, you can let go of your middle finger on the 2nd fret of your 3rd string. Okay, you can play in this manner, very slowly. That's fine. Okay, now if you let go of your index finger, you get more strength on the hammer on and the pull off, but the tricky part is you have to get your middle finger back on the note here later. All right, so what I prefer to do is to keep my middle finger right here on the 2nd fret of my 3rd string. So check this out. All right, bum bum bum. There we go. Okay, again. That's what we have. Okay. Okay with that? Okay, so remember for bar 4, okay, focus on getting the trill, okay, from 0, 1, 0. Okay, so again, ba ba da bum, ba da dum, ba da dum. Again, ba da dum. That's what we have, okay? So, folks, try and see if you're able to link up from the 1st bar all the way up to the 4th bar slowly, okay? So, it's going to be like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. All right, so practice that very slowly. Okay, and Once you are able to get that done, you will find that the next portion gets a little bit easier because we do have much of the hammer-ons and the pull-off. Alright, so folks, just make sure that you practice the first two lines first. Alright, 加油!